Howdy. What's up? My name is Ty. Hope you're doing well. See, if you are new here, you might not be aware, but I'm working on a feature film. I started this vlog, it is a daily vlog, in November of last year to make my first feature, to chronicle the writing and creation of my first feature, hopefully the production and post-production of my first feature, to kind of help us all along see what goes on behind the scenes as we make a feature film. That's all well and good. I set out to write the first draft of the feature by the end of the year. I started in mid-November. I finished the draft somewhere right around the 27th, 29th of December. I felt great. I was so elated, so excited. I bought this beautiful leather case cover thing for the first draft, and you can see it. It's some like 70, 80 pages. Feels awesome. So the question is, why is it almost April and I still don't have version 2 or draft 2 done? If you're watching this, you probably also need to check focus on your camera. So if you're watching this, it's because you are probably like me, or maybe you're not at all and you don't care about filmmaking, but more than likely it's because you also want to make movies. You want to write movies, you want to direct movies and tell stories. And if you're like me, then you probably spend a lot of time in here. And you probably have spent a ton of time writing screenplays that never came to be. See, when I was 19 years old, I started writing a movie that I was calling Tag 9. It was a movie about a graffiti artist. And I spent so much time writing this outline and this, Bible, this deck that had characters and their backgrounds and all the people that I wanted to play them, and creating the music that would go in this movie, that by the time I finally finished doing all that, I didn't feel like writing the screenplay. And so I never finished the screenplay. I got maybe a couple scenes in and I got hung up on something and I was bored and I gave up. And then I moved on to another screenplay that I wanted to adapt from a favorite book of mine, and I spent all this time working and trying to figure out what from the book should go in and what shouldn't, and where I needed to change things, and that I got bored and I gave up. And so when I set out to make this screenplay and make this vlog, my only goal really was to get through this, because I'd never done that. I'd never gotten through this. And so now I have this. I have it. It's physical. It's in my hands. It's very exciting, and I want to be able to share this, but I did one thing that kind of killed my momentum, which was I took a whole month off. And I did this intentionally. I knew what I was doing, or at least I thought I did, and I took off time from this so that I could get some time away from it. I could think about other things, I could focus on other things, and when I came back I would have fresher eyes. And that's really good. That's a very healthy thing to do, I think, when you are writing a screenplay. The problem is that now I don't have quite that same fire for this story as I did while I was writing it the first time. And so if the question is, why haven't I completed draft 2? It's because not only am I working on a new skill set here and learning a new skill set, but also I'm learning how to work when the excitement is gone. When you put a super fast time constraint, a super, intense challenge of, for the next 30 or 45 days, I'm going to write one screenplay. That's exciting. And you know, like, there are going to be things that are bad, but it's fine, you're just gonna keep on trucking and you just need to hit the page count. Like, that was the goal when I started this. And so that's exciting and fun because there's not really any repercussions. And now on editing, you're facing the repercussions. You're facing the bad dialogue and the clunky scene transitions and the clunky beats throughout the whole story that, yeah, they're there, but they're not polished, they're not refined. And so as I head into, you know, Q2 of this year, where I was hoping to be complete with draft 2 and maybe even well into draft 3, I am trying my very best to just finish one good revision. Get through one new version of this script. And I think that's healthy. I think my goal needs to be different than what my goal was the last time. I think it needs to be about learning the craft of revising, so that when I get to make this, and when I do make this, you know, hopefully later this year or sometime next year, I'm making something that's worthwhile, something that I truly believe in, and something that I'm truly excited about. So, if you have been here for a minute and you're like, yo, why has his script had like the lamest updates? That's why. That is the reason for the channel kind of suffering a little bit, because I am in this interesting space where I don't know what I'm doing and I'm trying to figure that out. And that is frustrating and time consuming mentally. And so then the channel suffers, which is unfortunate, but it's the way that it has to be sometimes. So I'm really excited to be moving forward now because, and who knows, I'll probably hit a wall in like 4 days, but I'm developing a system that I think is making sense, and we'll go into that probably tomorrow or the next day, you know, sometime soon. That's where I'm at. That's why I have all of these things at every given moment. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you are along for the ride. Have a great time, you know, buckle the fuck up, I guess. Cause we're back, baby. And be putting a little more effort, a little more intensity on these videos, because we're gonna make movies. We're gonna change the way stories are told. So, if you like this, my name's Ty Combs. I upload a video every day. Hopefully, they're good videos every day. And more than anything, we're making movies. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.